A developing story here at 10. The debate around new abortion legislation proposed in South Carolina hit the Senate floor today. Lawmakers spoke out passionately on both sides of the issue. The state's heartbeat bill seeks to outlaw abortions after a fetal heartbeat is found. Now, some big changes were made to the bill today, which still faces days of coming debate before the Senate will vote. Matt Koufax has been in Columbia. He's been following this story. He is live with more on how those changes affect the bill.
Cody, before today, there was only really one exception to perform an abortion after 6 weeks or when a heartbeat is detected. That is when the health of the mother, either grievous harm or death, is imminent and it is determined an abortion is needed. Now, more exceptions were added today through an amendment. However, some lawmakers think those exceptions go too far, while others think they don't go far enough. Edgefield Senator Shane Massey proposed perhaps the day's biggest amendment to South Carolina's heartbeat bill, adding in exceptions for rape and incest. The amendment would also require physicians to report these cases to law enforcement and DHEC.
We'd have the total number of abortions performed and the exceptions broken out, so then we could evaluate those things in making future policy.
The amendment passed, but some hardliners like upstate Senator Richard Cash say any exception is too much.
Either everybody counts or nobody counts. And I would hope that my colleagues would one day help me get a bill to the floor of this Senate that we could honestly debate about protecting life at conception.
Meanwhile, Democrats like Senator Mia McLeod say this bill is one that, quote, wages war on women, particularly those in poverty who may not have support systems to help navigate an unwanted pregnancy.
I am a woman who was given birth. Miraculously, I didn't need 140 men who serve in the South Carolina General Assembly to make that decision for me.
Her views were echoed by Senators Kevin Johnson and Brad Hutta, who proposed another amendment that would give the medical community time to adjust should this pass. That amendment was tabled.
What I heard over and over again, especially from my Republican friends, was that government should not be involved too much in people's lives, personal decisions. I don't want to save lives at the expense of telling a woman what she can or cannot do with her own body.
Senator Hutta from Orangeburg also voiced a very large concern, at least in his view today, that has to do with the fact that doctors who perform these abortions and violate the law as it could be passed would be charged with a felony. He says, especially at a time when there is a global pandemic and the state is already facing a doctor shortage, he would not want to do anything that, in his view, could decentivize doctors to come to South Carolina for fear of prosecution under this law. In Greenville tonight, Matt Koufax, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.
And of course, as we learn more from the State House, we'll update you inside our free Fox Carolina News app.